So we are comparing the Intel's recently launched Skylake i5-6600K, a decent fast processor, but again the question is, how does it fare against the top of the line, the fastest processor, fastest desktop processors that we have in hand, i7-5960X, also called Extreme Edition, that was launched a year ago. So first take a look at the quick facts, number of cores, hyperthreads and frequencies. So this is a quad core processor, and Extreme Edition is double, or 8 cores into 8. So simply by going by the number of cores, we have double the performance, and on the top of that we have the hyperthreading enabled, which is not enabled in Skylake, in this particular Skylake, and that adds another 15% of the performance. On the other hand, this Skylake is slightly faster in the base clock as well as the turbo clock frequency, which is good if in case if your kind of application works only on a single thread. It cannot take advantage of these multiple threads. In that case, possibly this Skylake could be faster, but in general we should see a double the performance in i7-5960X. There are a couple of more advantages that are going with the Haswell E, and first one of them is the memory channel. We have 4 memory channel, and the peak memory bandwidth increases from 34 gigabit per second to 34 gigabyte per second to 68 gigabytes per second. And also it has a much bigger cache memory, 20 megabyte versus 6 megabyte in Skylake. With this information, let's take a look at the pass mark score. First i5-6600K, 7849 versus the i7-5960X, which is almost double at 16,015. A really impressive processor. If you do have a deep pocket, then obviously the $1,000 Haswell E processor makes much more sense. But if you cannot afford the Haswell E 5960 octa-core, you have the option of going with 6 cores that cost reasonable at $396, and that still gives you a decent 13,000 of fast market score. It's all about high-end computing. There are a couple of more things. One is the DDR4. Both of them support DDR4. That's an moving up from DDR3, not in terms of performance. The performance is same as DDR3, but it works at lower core voltage at 1.2 volt versus 1.5 volt for DDR3, and that saves the power. And the last thing is Haswell E does not have an integrated graphics. You will have to buy a separate graphics card that ranges from $40 to $400 or more, depending upon your requirement. I hope this video helped you. Send me your comments in the comment section below. Thanks for taking a look.